Have you ever driven down a lonely road at night, only to spot a hitchhiker standing quietly at the side? There's an unsettling mix of curiosity and fear that tinges the air, as you wonder who this figure is and where they're headed. Little do you know, this encounter could echo a haunting legend that has traversed continents and generations. The legend of the Vanishing Hitchhiker is one of the oldest and most persistent stories in modern folklore, repeated in countless countries with small variations, but always with the same unsettling conclusion. A driver stops the car, offers a ride, and starts a simple conversation. The passenger speaks little, answers politely, and seems distant, as if lost in old thoughts. The journey continues normally, until something inexplicable happens. At some point on the road, the driver looks over to the passenger seat, or into the rearview mirror, and realizes that the passenger has simply vanished. There's no sound of a door opening. There's no sudden movement. The person who was there just seconds before no longer exists. Just the empty seat and the heavy silence of the night road. In many versions of the story, the driver decides to investigate. They return to the spot where they picked up the hitchhiker, or proceed to the address the passenger mentioned during the conversation. Upon arrival, they find a confused or sorrowful family, who reveals a disturbing detail. That person died years ago, usually in an accident that occurred exactly on that road. Sometimes, the name is recognized in an old photograph. Other times, the driver is taken to a grave with the same description as the passenger. Some versions add even stranger elements. The passenger leaves an object in the car, such as a coat, a scarf, or a bag. When the driver returns to return it, they discover that the item belonged to the deceased person. In other accounts, the passenger warns about a dangerous curve, an impending accident, or a treacherous stretch of road. After the disappearance, the driver realizes that the warning was real, and something serious could have happened. The most unsettling aspect of the legend is not the immediate scare, but the sense of continuity. The encounter is not aggressive. There's no chase or violence. The passenger does not try to instill fear. On the contrary, they often seem sad, lost, or simply trying to complete one last unfinished journey. This transforms the story into something melancholic, almost sad, instead of purely terrifying. Explanations vary according to the beliefs of those telling the story. For some, it is about ghosts trapped in a cycle, repeating the final moment of their lives. For others, it's a powerful metaphor about memory, guilt, and the human relationship with death. There are also those who see the legend as a moral warning, a reminder to drive carefully, to respect the road, and the dangers it hides. Interestingly, similar accounts emerge in different eras, even before the popularization of modern cars. In older versions, the traveler was found in carriages, carts, or on footpaths. The mode of transportation changes, but the essence remains. Someone chooses to help a stranger. The stranger disappears. The truth comes afterward. The vanishing hitchhiker persists because it touches on something deeply human. The fear of unexpected encounters. The guilt of moving forward while others were left behind. The idea that some paths do not end with death. It transforms ordinary roads into places of silent anticipation, where any figure at the roadside may carry an impossible story. When the night is too dark and the headlights shine only a few meters ahead, many drivers still wonder whether they should stop when they see someone hitchhiking. Not just because of physical danger, but for the possibility that the person may no longer be among the living. And so, the legend continues. Not as a scream of terror, but as a whisper that accompanies the sound of tires on the asphalt. Because some journeys do not end when they should. And some passengers never reach their final destination. What you saw is only part of the story. To stay up to date on upcoming facts, mysteries, and revelations, like, subscribe, and follow our channel.